Prime numbers in Holy Quran and nature. A prime number is a natural number greater than 1 that is not a product of two smaller natural numbers. For example, 5 is prime. The only ways of writing it is a product. 1 times 5 or 5 times 1. History. Prime numbers were first studied by the ancient Greek mathematicians. The mathematicians of Pythagoras' school, 500 BC to 300 BC, were interested in numbers for their mystical and numerological properties. Uses. Prime numbers are extensively used in cryptography and network security. One of the public key encryption algorithm called RSA actually relies on the factorization of product of large primes. Facts. The largest prime number found so far has 24,862,048 digits. 0 and 1 are not considered prime numbers. 2 is the only even prime number. There is an organization, the Great Internet Mersenne Prime Number Search, GIMPS, dedicated to finding the largest prime numbers. There are 25 primes in 100. There are 168 primes in 1000. And there are 1229 primes in 10,000, and this goes on. Prime numbers that are two spaces apart are called twin primes. 3,5 corresponds to planets Earth and Jupiter in our solar system. Prime numbers have baffled mathematicians over 2,300 years of recorded history. The primes are the atoms of the arithmetic. But despite their fundamental character, they also represent one of the greatest enigmas in mathematics. Because as you count through the universe of numbers, it is almost impossible to spot a pattern that will help you to predict where the next prime will be found. We know primes go on forever, but finding a pattern in the primes is one of the biggest mysteries in mathematics. $1 million prize has been offered to anyone who can reveal prime number theorem. The prime number theorem provides a way to approximate the number of primes less than or equal to a given number n. This value is called pi, n, where pi is the prime counting function. For example, pi, 10, equals 4 since there are 4 primes less than or equal to 10, 2, 3, 5 and 7. Similarly, pi, 100, equals 25. The theorem tells us that pi, n, is asymptotically equal to n/log n, where log is the natural logarithm. The great German mathematician Carl Friedrich Gauss also conjectured an equivalent of the prime number theorem in his notebook. Prime numbers in Holy Quran. Here we see the most exciting simplest to the complex patterns of prime numbers that are embedded in the Holy Quran. Keep in mind some of the statistics of Holy Quran. There are 30 prime numbers in 114 chapter, Surah, Numbers. There are 32 prime numbers in verse numbers of 114 chapters. There are 6,236 verses in Holy Quran. Orange colors are chapter number primes. Green colors are verse number primes. There are 30 chapters having prime numbers as chapter numbers, in total 114 chapters. Out of 30 we have exactly 7 prime number chapters whose verse numbers are also prime numbers. Third column is a set of prime numbers of second column as indices. And their sums. 577, 163 and 727 are also primes. Dual layer prime number pattern, DLPNP. Listed 32 prime numbered verses out of 114 chapters. Listed the prime numbers of the prime numbers from previous column. Sum of the third column is 1076. Sum of the fourth column is 5160. Sum of the above two numbers is 1076 plus 5160 equals 6236, which is nothing but the total number verses of Holy Quran. The sum of the 32 chapter numbers is 2239, which is a prime number. The same can be seen in the table. This DLPN pattern makes sure that no one can tamper with the Quran. Here is an example. Dr. Rashad Khalifa and his followers believe that chapter 9 Surah Tawbah has only 127 verses instead of 129. But that is wrong as per this pattern. Why? As 129 is not a prime number, it is not listed in this pattern. Now as per their claim, if 127 is considered, as 127 is a prime number, it enters the DLPN pattern list and the final outcome will be 7072, 6234. This makes the pattern collapse. Here we are going to see some interesting patterns related to prime numbers, composite numbers, chapter numbers, verse numbers with the total number of verses of Holy Quran. Surah 55 Ar-Rahman pattern. This surah has 78 verses. Total number of verses in Holy Quran, 6,236, equals sum of the first 55 prime numbers 6,338 minus chapter number 55 minus total verses 78 plus repeated verses of Surah Rahman 31. Surah 60 Al-Mumtana pattern. This is only possible because of 13 verses of chapter 60. Total chapters of Holy Quran, 114, equals chapter number 60 plus number of verses 13 plus 13th prime number 41 equals 60 plus 13 plus 41 equals 114. Total number of verses in Holy Quran, 6,236, equals sum of the first 60 prime numbers 7,699 minus sum of the non-prime numbers under 60, 1,390 minus chapter number 60 minus its verses 13. Surah 96 Al-Alaq pattern. Surah 96 has 19 verses. Total number of verses in Holy Quran, 6,236, equals sum of the first 96 composite numbers 6,535 minus chapter number 96 minus 19th composite number 30 minus 19th prime number 67 minus 98, 19th chapter Mary verses, minus 8, 8th prime number 19. Prime number 19. It encompasses the first numeral, 1, and the last numeral, 9, and thus proclaims God's attribute in chapter 57 verse 3 as the Alpha and the Omega. He is the first and the last, the ascendant and the intimate, and He is, of all things, knowing. And we have 57 thirds equals 19. Holy Quran chapter 112 has 15 words and 47 letters. Amazingly 15th prime number is 47. First 15 prime numbers are. Total verse numbers in Quran are 6,236. We have 811 prime numbers under 6,236. 811 itself is a prime number. 811th prime number is 6,229. 6,236 minus 6,229 equals 7, which is also a prime number. Quran's first chapter, the opener, has 7 verses, 29 words and 139 letters Arabic count. All are primes with prime digit sums, 7 equals 7, 2 plus 9 equals 11, 1 plus 3 plus 9 equals 13. Left to right concatenation, 729,139, and right to left concatenation, 139,297, are also primes with a prime digit sum 31. We get famous Hardy Ramanujan number or taxi number 1729 by concatenating chapter number 1, total verse numbers 7 and total words 29. Sum of digits 1 plus 7 plus 2 plus 9 equals 19, a prime number. Total 114 chapters. There are 114 chapters, surahs, in Holy Quran. There are 83 composite numbers below 114. There are 30 prime numbers below 114. Neither prime nor composite number is 1. 83 is a prime number. 83 plus 30 equals 113 is a prime number. 83 minus 30 equals 53 is a prime number. Concatenate 30 and 83 equals 3083 is a prime number. 30 minus 1 equals 29 is a prime number. 30 plus 1 equals 31 is a prime number. Sum of the 114 numbers, 6,555, minus sum of the prime numbers below 114, 1,588, equals 4,967 is a prime number. Holy Quran has 114 chapters. 114th prime number is 619. 619th prime number is 4,567. The possible numbers we get with these 4 digits 4, 5, 6, 7 are 24 numbers as shown in the below picture in ascending order. If you observe 19th number, it is 7,456. Quran 74th chapter has 56 verses. And it is the only chapter in which 19 is mentioned. Chapter 74 verse 30 talks about 19 angels and 30th is the 19th composite number. There are 19 angels over it who are its wardens. There is a verse in chapter 55 Ar-Rahman. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you humans and jinn both deny? Repeated 31 times, which is a prime number. Those 31 numbers and their corresponding prime numbers are listed here, and the amazing thing is sums of both the series 1433 and 6547 are prime numbers. The middle number of these 31 numbers is 47, a prime number. Out of these 31 numbers we have 9 prime numbers: 13, 23, 47, 53, 59, 61, 67, 71 and 73, whose sum 467 is a prime number. Out of these 9 prime numbers, 4 are used as verses numbers for 4 chapters. The chapters are 60, 42, 44 and 33. Their sum 179 is also a prime number. Surah Al-Insan, the man, 76. The first letter, Alif, of Al-Insan in first and second verses is at 9th position, and last letter, Nun, is at 14th position. Now see the human chromosomes pairs 23, chromosomes numbers 46 related to prime numbers. There are 9 prime numbers under 23 and 14 prime numbers under 46. Holy Quran chapter 76 verse 1: Is there not a period of time when each human is nothing yet worth mentioning? Verse 2: For indeed, we alone created humans from a drop of mixed fluids, in order to test them, so we made them hear and see. There are 19, a prime number, chapters, surahs, in Holy Quran with single-digit number of verses. Metals in Holy Quran. The metals mentioned in Holy Quran are iron, copper, silver, and gold. Except iron, 26 rest of the 3 elements are all prime-numbered elements, 29, 47, 79, and belong to same 11th group, which is also a prime number. If we add all these 4 numbers, including iron, 26 plus 29 plus 47 plus 79, we get 181, which is also a prime number. In addition, brass also mentioned, which is an alloy of copper and zinc, 30. Now add this 30 to 181 equals 211, which is also a prime number. Surah Al-Hashr 59 verse 23. This verse mentions the most number of God's names. 8 names out of total 99 names. He is Allah, other than whom there is no deity, the Sovereign, the Pure, the Perfection, the Grantor of Security, the Overseer, the Exalted in Might, the Compeller, the Superior. Exalted is Allah above whatever they associate with Him. Few prime number facts. 59 is a prime number, 23 is a prime number. This verse has 19 words in Arabic. 19 is another prime number. 8th prime number is 19. Concatenate 59, 23, we get 5923, a prime number. Sum of the digits 5 plus 9 plus 2 plus 3 equals 19, a prime number. Add 8 to 23, we get 31, a prime number. Add 8 to 59, we get 67, another prime number. Concatenate 8 with 23, we get 823, a prime number. Concatenate 8 with 59, we get 859, a prime number. Add 59, 23 and 19, we get 101, another prime number. Add 58, 23, 19 and 8, we get 109, another prime number. Prime numbers in Islam. 5 pillars of Islam. 5 times daily prayers. Most of the ablution rituals done 3 times each. 17 cycles, rakat, of daily mandatory prayers, salat. 2 festivals, Eids, in Islam. 7 times circling, Tawaf, the Kaaba. 7 rounds of running between Safa and Marwa hills. 7 pebbles throwing at one of the 3 pillars. The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, said, he who recites after every prayer, Glory be to God 33 times, praise be to God 33 times, God is most great 33 times, and completes the 100 with, 4th kalima, will have all his sins pardoned, even if they may be as large as the foam on the surface of the sea. Now concatenate the 4 numbers 33, 33, 33 and 1, we get 3,333,331, which is a prime number, and it has 7 digits, another prime number, and sum of digits 19, which is another prime number. Prime numbers in nature. You find it in the structure of a beehive, in the scales of a pineapple, or even the petals of a rose. 7 colors of Vibgyor. 7 shells of an atom. 7 days of a week. 7 continents of the earth. Prime numbers in chemistry. For some strange reason radioactive elements 43, technetium, and 61, promethium, do not exist naturally. Both are prime numbers. Their difference 19, including 43, 61, is also a prime number. Concatenate technetium's atomic number 43 and atomic weight 97, we get 4397, a prime number. Promethium's atomic weight 145 and atomic number 61, we get 14561, a prime number. Periodic table of elements. Observe 19 prime-numbered elements when listed. The prime-numbered elements across prime-numbered groups, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 and 17, and prime-numbered periods, 2, 3, 5 and 7. Atomic numbers of those 19 elements are. Take the middle number 37. There are 9 numbers before and 9 numbers after 37. Concatenate 9, 1, 9, it's 919, a palindrome prime number. See interesting fact here, 37th prime number is 157th and 157th prime number is 919. 841st prime number is 6481, whose sum of digits is 6 plus 4 plus 8 plus 1 equals 19. Same we can see in the periodic table. Prime numbers in biology. The codons of the genetic code that encode amino acids are 61, while there are 3 that do not encode any amino acid. Each codon consists of 3 nucleotides. Among the 37 genes of mitochondrial DNA, 13 encode proteins. 23 chromosomes in human reproductive cell, etc. A known example from the field of the animal kingdom is that 2 kinds of cicadas, Magicicada tretecum and Magicicada septendicum, live in the same environment with a life cycle of 13 and 17 years respectively. 3' direction refers to the orientation of nucleotides of a single strand of DNA or RNA. The 5' and 3' specifically refer to the 5th and 3rd carbon atoms in the deoxyribose/ribose sugar ring. The phosphate group attached to the 5' end of one nucleotide and the hydroxyl group at the 3' end of another nucleotide have the potential to form phosphodiester bonds, and hence link adjacent nucleotides. This linkage provides the sugar-phosphate backbone that gives DNA its structural rigidity. Any single strand of DNA/RNA will always have an unbound 5' phosphate at one end and an unbound 3' hydroxyl group at the opposite end. DNA is always read in the 5 to 3 direction, and hence you would start reading from the free phosphate and finish at the free hydroxyl group. Prime numbers in cosmos. In physics, the fine structure constant, also known as Sommerfeld's constant, commonly denoted by alpha, is a fundamental physical constant which quantifies the strength of the electromagnetic interaction between elementary charged particles. What's special about alpha is that it's regarded as the best example of a pure number, one that doesn't need units. It actually combines 3 of nature's fundamental constants: the speed of light, the electric charge carried by one electron, and the Planck's constant. This immutable number 137 determines how stars burn, how chemistry happens, and even whether atoms exist at all. For example, the strong force seems to be 137 times that of the electromagnetic force over femtometer distances, 1e-15 meters. The strong force drops to 0 at about 3 femtometers. Protons and neutrons are made up of 3 quarks. 19 years of metonic cycle. Prime numbers in calendars. The maximum number of days in Gregorian solar calendar is 31, a prime number. The minimum number of days in Hijri lunar calendar is 29, a prime number. Leap year has 29 days, a prime number. The Bahá'í calendar is composed of 19 months, each with 19 days. Holy Quran chapter 41 verse 53. We will show them our signs in the universe and within themselves until it becomes clear to them that this Quran is the truth. Is it not enough that your Lord is a witness over all things? Thank you for your valuable time. Hope you liked the video.